Here we go. Going into week 18. How we feeling, Dom?
Not as good as you.
I'm feeling
Oh.
great right now.
And
January
it's a sour
1st.
monkey.
It is a sour monkey. This could get weird.
No,
It was the first thing I saw.
That's funny. We had a full conversation last night about sour monkeys, or really just victories at the party I was at last night. And
Damn.
how
I lived 5 minutes from the original brewery.
Wow.
When I first moved down to the greater Philadelphia area, I was right down the street from them. Went there a
Nice.
lot, actually.
I
haven't been to the new one in Center City, but know some people that have, and apparently it's pretty good.
Nice.
Shout out
Nice.
Victory.
Yeah. Shout out Victory.
That's
Sponsor
it.
us.
Shout out Sour Monkey more than anything.
Merry Monkey. Merry Monkey is my favorite one.
Merry Monkey is good. Sour Monkey is still the winner in my book.
But what we were saying is, if you drink like 3 victories, you'll be on your ass for hours.
Well, yeah, if you're doing any of the monkeys outside of the tropical monkey, they, for whatever reason, was like 4.5%. But yeah, if you're doing sour monkeys, I mean, that's 9.5%, and they go down like water.
Yeah, they're so good.
They're dangerous. Yeah, no, I said to my mom, my stepdad, before I came up here, this was one of our biggest COVID beer, which was drinking it in copious amounts. Because, like I said, what do we have to do? Go to work?
Yeah, what's work?
However, I will never forgive them because I think they actually got rid of it. They had a Czech lager, or Czech Pilsner. Czech Pilsner, I'm sorry. The Hip Czech. Fun logo, everything like that. I'll never forgive them for getting rid of that.
Bass.
It was so good. So good.
Yeah.
All right.
We love good beer in this house.
I know, right? Beer's been doing weird things to me lately, so... Anyway, let's get into it. Week 18. Don't have a ton of games to really care too much about. Enough, but not really.
Yeah.
So, just to preface everything that's going on this week, let's get into playoff scenarios. These are mostly, for the most part, entirely seeding scenarios. So there's still there's 3 teams live for the 1 seed in the AFC. Jags, Broncos, Patriots are all alive for it. Jags are 100% in the driver's seat. Broncos are 100% in the driver's seat. That's what I meant to say. They clinched the number 1 seed with a win. Straight up. They're the only ones that completely control their own destiny. So they, clinch with a win. Or tie, New England loss. Or a tie and New England loss. Or actually just, even if they lose, if New England loses, Jags lose, Broncos are your number 1 seed.
Yeah, they hold all the tiebreak.
And just spoiler alert, they play the Jesus Christ, why do I keep saying the Jags? They play the Chargers. Chargers are starting Trey Lance. Chargers have accepted whatever seed that they get in the wild card round.
They don't care.
They do not care. They want a healthy Herbert, which I think is a completely fair play.
Well, yes.
Just say that. And then working down through, Patriots have to win, and Denver has to lose, or New England ties and Denver loses. So New England has to win, Denver has to lose for the Patriots to be the 1 seed. Jags need a win, and both Patriots and Broncos to lose, and they can squeeze into the number 1 seed. However, at the same time, the Jags do still need this game for the division. So it's not even like they can kind of look up and see the Patriots bulldozing the Dolphins or anything like that and take their foot off the gas. They do still need the win to get the division and get a home game. Now, on that, I do want to. Okay, yeah. So, if the Jags were to lose and the Texans lose, Jags are still the 1 seed. Not 1 seed. Win the division. So that's the other thing there.
Things. Yeah.
There's too much going on. And then you're not going to get me this, actually. Fuck you, CBS. 5, 6, 7 seeds are also weird in the AFC right now.
Mm-hmm.
It currently sits, Chargers, Texans, Bills? Or is it...
No.
I didn't know if it actually flipped. Okay, so it's Texans, Chargers, Bills.
See, I thought the Chargers were the 7th seed.
No, Bills are currently the 7th seed. That much I know.
Oh, you are correct.
Is it... Fact check me on that. 5, 6, 7. I should have had that ready.
You're right. Texans,
so yeah, it's Texans, Chargers, Bills. Chargers win, Texans loss, puts the Chargers into the 5 seed. If the Bills win and both the Chargers and the Texans lose, they can jump up to the 5 seed. Way it looks right now, I mean, despite Josh Allen's foot injury that kept him limited, I did see that line move a fair amount, so I don't know if there's something going on there or if there's just a ton of money coming in on the Jets that moved that line.
Weird thing to put money on is the Jets.
Yeah, but like if you're not unsure if Josh Allen is even going to play, if they decide to not care, all it takes is one person putting an obscene amount of money.
Yeah. What my guess would be, worst case scenario, is Josh Allen's going to do what he did last year. Come in for one snap, one series, whatever it was, to have his Iron Man streak that he's trying to do.
Don't get me started on all the fake shit that Josh Allen does. But
I get that. Yeah, I don't like that necessarily. Just like, who cares if you don't play? But yeah, I think that could potentially be something that occurs. But there's no hint at it at the moment.
I mean, they're not going to say that by any means, but he was limited at practice again today.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where that line moved a lot, because I think that was at 7.5 or something like that, and I think it's down to like 4.5. Don't quote me on that. I want to double check that. Refreshing.
I thought I saw
down to
5.
6.5.
Okay.
6.5. Don't worry, I won't be touching that because I don't know what's going on with Josh Allen there. And if he doesn't play, Jets could win that game outright. Let's be real. So that's the AFC side. Not too much chaos, I feel like, in that, especially with Chargers not playing Herbert. Denver has to beat the Chargers with no Herbert. Like, feels like that's mostly set in stone, outside of maybe Bills and Chargers flipping. That's about the only thing that I could see there.
And maybe Jags Pats flipping.
But even still, like, Patriots still have to lose that game for the Jags to jump them.
Yeah.
Patriots, if nothing else, will do enough to try to get Drake May to win the MVP.
That's also fair.
Like, there's that part of it, for sure. So, I do think we're mostly set there. which does set up for a very interesting round one.
Mm-hmm.
At least 2 of the 4 games as is. And then obviously the AFC. Winning you're in the AFC North. And we'll fucking
Whatever.
get there. It is what it is.
Yeah.
NFC side.
Yeah.
NFC side. Just getting this out of the way. A little bit. And when I say a little bit more weirdness, I feel like it's a lot more weirdness. So the simple ones. Philly wins, Chicago loses. Philly jumps Chicago, becomes the 2 seed. Chicago wins, they stay as the 2 seed. Shouldn't be anything too crazy there. Green Bay is locked in at the 7. Then we get to the Seahawks-Niners game.
Mm-hmm. Seahawks.
If the Niners win, winner of that game is the 1 seed, wins the NFC West. If the Niners are the team that wins that game, Niners are the 1 seed. Seahawks fall from the 1 seed to the 5 seed. Rams are locked into the 6. However, the Seahawks win this game. Rams have a chance to jump the Niners if they win on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Which could be very clutch because that's the difference between the Rams going to probably Chicago or Philly potentially.
Well, yeah, it's Chicago, Philly. Obviously.
Or probably Philly.
Maybe
could be Chicago. Sorry, I got the flip-flop there.
No, you're
did
good.
it the other way around. Probably Philly, could be Chicago. Or going to the winner of Carolina, Tampa Bay.
Well,
which brings me to that point of, yes, exactly. Which is the most hysterical ending to this.
Mm-hmm.
Panthers Bucks play in Tampa on Saturday, early Saturday afternoon for the division, kind of. Panthers win.
They win the division.
Or tie, I believe. They are in.
Yes.
If the Bucks win, they would need, because the Falcons beat the Rams on Monday night, they need the Saints to beat the Falcons to win that division and be in the playoffs.
Yep. What a crazy world.
Absolutely hysterical. Saw a really good tweet about it, was that the 49, I forget exactly how it went, but it was like the 49-year history of the Saints and Falcons playing each other, culminating in a game where the winner could decide the division, where neither team wins, is just like the ultimate reality of these two teams.
It's also
especially when you factor in, I saw another one, somebody did the math on the last, I think it's since 2020,
mm-hmm.
the Falcons' record when they're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, they're 12-4 when they're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, and 36-47 the rest of the time.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, they are either just under or just over 500, but they win 70% of their games when they're actually eliminated.
It's impressive, honestly.
Very impressive. So with that being said,
mm-hmm.
we can get right into picks because that's all that really matters here.
Yeah, it truly is.
Like I said, unfortunately, a lot of these games that could change seeding, like the Bears, they're playing the Packers, and it could be
Clayton Tune.
Thank you. I knew it was a C. I couldn't get there. Clayton Tune.
Yeah.
Patriots are playing the Dolphins. Broncos are playing the Chargers. No Herbert. Jags are playing the Titans. Texans are playing the Colts. Like it's a lot of mismatch games there, unfortunately. Outside of 3. And then the 4th one that actually means something. So let's get into it. Let's go in order here. Which actually, sorry, real quick, recap, because I've been struggling with this. Last week, tough week for me. Good week for you.
Well, semi.
Tough week for both, but I mean, you got the underdog to make it interesting here. I only finished with a win with the Texans, lost on the Bills, Bears, Raiders, and then my underdog for the 3rd time this year is a push. So we finished with 6 points, bringing me to 219. You hit on the Giants and your underdog, which was Dolphins plus 5.5 against the Bucks, giving you 15.5, bringing you up to 201.5. 17.5 back going into week 18. We got 5 games here. You are not out of it by any stretch.
That's it.
And I do want to be clear on this. I did not think about you when I made my picks.
I didn't think about
for the sake of I don't want you to think I was playing any defense here.
You can play defense. That's up to you, man. It's a game.
Just in the essence of integrity of this league that we're in. Integrity of the sport.
I want you to pick what you think is going to be right, because that's what's going
on. Again, they are what I think, but that's what I'm saying. It's what I think. It's not what I think you would pick to try to deflect.
That's fair. Very fair.
And that mixed with a little bit of manifesting on my end for some preseason bets.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's reasonable.
I feel like it was easier to figure out where I would go than it would be to figure out where you were going. So, let's get to...
Not necessarily, but
yeah. Fair enough. Saturday, 1 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Panthers in... Is it 4 o'clock?
4.
Is it 4 and 8? I thought it was 1 and then 8.
No, it's 4. Why would you ever do 1 and 8?
Because it's
4:30 actually. But
it's because it's that game. That's why I assumed it would be Saturday 1 o'clock. But yes, no, fair enough. My fault. Oh yeah, it does say 4:30 there. My bad.
It's okay.
Anyway, Saturday early. Saturday when the sun is up. Panthers in Tampa Bay. Who you got?
We know who I'm going with.
We know who
they burn me. They've done me well. I cannot let them go. They currently, I believe, are the better team between the two, and have been through the last 7 weeks of football, riding some highs and riding some lows. And I think they get it done this week. I think it's over early. Not early, but we don't have to worry about that game on Sunday, because I think the Panthers do win in Tampa.
Well, obviously,
for your betting sake,
I do need the Bucks to make the playoffs. For my preseason teams to make the playoff bet to cash. I also Panthers on the road have been a different team. Panthers at home, very good. Part of the reason why I've taken them in certain spots. Panthers on the road, not so much. And they broke the cycle a little bit. Now, granted, I bet against them last week and it did cash. However, for 3.5 quarters, that was a real game.
They looked really
good. They were selling out. They were trying to win the division last week.
They were.
And I give them credit for that, but as a young team, you don't get that do I feel like there might be a little letdown spot on top of being on the road in division? I do think I'm on the square side of this because the Bucks are favored and Panthers as dogs have been covering machines this year. Kind of. But do I think there is a week where Bucks kind of just get it together, figure it out? Because they are the better team. Do you see how my voice went up like it was a question?
On paper, they are. But on the field,
yes,
they're not.
They have not played like it this year. And I will be honest, the way Baker has played for 2 months now since getting hurt does scare the absolute living hell out of me. Picking the Bucks here. I gotta feel like there's a bottom line where they put it all together and give themselves a real fighting, a chance to win this division. I don't think they're gonna limp out. Like they might call a completely different game and just go, Bucky, save us.
Sure.
And Baker make a couple plays kind of thing, but
sure. I think it's gonna be a somewhat close game at the end of the day.
Yes. I think the line was right at 2.5. Like, I do feel like that is the right number. I think this is going to be a field goal game.
Mm-hmm.
I am just going to trust a veteran team in that position over
the young
a
Panthers.
Bryce Young-led team.
Yeah,
who's fair. Have not been anywhere near this position.
No. And honestly, going into the season, I didn't think they'd be in a position to win the division. I said they could be in a position to make the playoffs. I like what they did. They've been fairly competitive. However, holy shit, I'm just kind of looking at the Panthers' schedule here. So since week 7 until now, this has been their path. Win against the Jets. Loss against Buffalo.
Yeah, we did. Well, we did this last week when I was betting against them. Was just like the flip flop of it. They haven't won or lost consecutive games in 10 weeks.
Yeah. Wow.
Absolutely insane. Yeah. So, like, in theory, they should win this week because they lost last week.
In theory, yes.
If we're going to keep going with that pattern, yeah. No, it's crazy what they're doing. Also, can we just talk about the NFC South for 2 seconds? Panthers are currently in first place at 8-8.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints are last place in that division. What's their record?
6
if you haven't looked.
6
and 10.
I knew that. Yeah.
Bucks and Falcons are both 7-9. Saints could potentially finish second in this division.
Which would actually
Panthers win, Saints win. Saints are second in the division, which is horrible for them for next year.
That's literally what I was going to say. Would be really bad for them. Because you're telling me instead of going to Arizona to play the Cardinals, you potentially have to go to either Seattle or LA to play the Seahawks or the Rams.
Or San Francisco.
Probably not San Francisco.
Wait, are we talking about the Panthers or are we talking about the Saints?
The Saints. Talking about the Saints. Finishing second in that division, how bad that would be for them. Because if they finish...
you get the... you're pulling the NFC... Or, you're not pulling the NFC West. Second place schedule.
Yeah, because you either have
next
to play...
year.
Yeah, the Seahawks or the Rams next year. Based on what we had talked about earlier. It can't be the Niners. Assuming that the Rams win on Sunday. That's what I'm saying. Because the Rams would jump.
Where are you going with this?
Who they would have to play out
Saints?
of the NFC. The Saints, if they finish second in the division, you play the teams that finish second in their division. So either the Rams or the Seahawks.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the Niners could potentially be they could still be second in that division.
Technically, yeah, but the Rams aren't going to lose to the
Oh,
Cardinals.
I get what you're saying.
Yes, dude, that's.
You were just dismissing it, and I was just like, "What are you talking about? Are we talking about the playoffs right now? Like Saints aren't making the playoffs. I'm talking about next year." All right, gotcha.
No.
I understand what you're saying.
Yes, and then you have to play. What is that? Green Bay, a healthy.
Yeah,
Green
I don't
Bay
know.
team.
I don't know who they draw next year. I'd have to look that up. Who they're
And
drawing, but like, yeah, you're getting a second place schedule when you've talked yourself into Tyler Shuck.
Well, I mean, Tyler Shuck talked them into Tyler Shuck. It's not like you're talking. He's played very well. That's evident.
I am very happy for Tyler Shuck and what he's done for himself this year.
Mm-hmm.
I am. That's where the conversation ends with Tyler Shuck for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm curious to see how that continues into next year. But unfortunately, having a second place schedule will not provide that.
Would not be good. Would not be good for them at all. Well, it could be good for the team going forward, potentially. It means a high draft pick in next year's class.
One way to look at it. Anyways.
Yeah.
Just
let's go to Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks going to San Francisco. I feel like we're going to be on the same side here.
We're 100% on the same side. Yeah, and that's why we're both going to be wrong, but we're on the same side.
That's fair. I was going to say, I mean, I feel like I can sum it up for us very quickly. Seahawks are the better team, better roster, better defense. Mm-hmm. It is a fantastic defense going up against an offense that's playing very well, but hasn't seen anything like the Seahawks defense in 2 months, really. Mm-hmm. A month and a half, however long it's been. And the Seahawks have been incredibly better on the road than they have. I mean, we go back to week 1. Seahawks had a very real chance of beating the Niners and not being in this position. And Darnold ends up getting strip sacked, and it was a good play on the defensive side of the ball. Mm-hmm. Nick Bosa came in, knocked it loose as Darnold was loading up to pass for the game winner. Good, right calls on both sides. Niners just came away with the edge there. I don't know about you, but I will, again, list my reservations on this one with the fact that Darnold has been shaky the last month. Outside of the Rams game notwithstanding, but even in that sense, I mean, they were down 16 in the fourth quarter. They got a punt return in there.
Got a lot of lucky breaks.
A lot of stuff. A lot went their way in that game.
Yeah, I'm still mad about it, but it is what it is.
And we saw him in the same exact position last year, and he played terribly.
Yeah.
The Lions just said, we're sending everybody, beat us, and he couldn't.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. The Seahawks need that 1 seed more than any other team.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You need a little bit of extra comfort for Darnold.
Precisely. So I like them in this spot a lot. I think it's been 4 months is how long it's been since that game. So this is a completely different team than you saw week 1. Evidently, and obviously.
I said that during that because I felt I was annoyed about that pick too, because Tariq Woolen just forgot how to track a football on 2 plays on that last drive for the Niners. Shouldn't have even been in the position for Darnold to fumble.
Mm-hmm. So, regardless of all that, like Seahawks in this one. Obviously, it's also a different Niners team. They've dealt with injuries countless throughout the season. But the position the Seahawks are in going into this game, I like very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think Darnold needs to play a great game. I think he just needs to not have a terrible game.
No, I think the Seahawks are going to lean heavily on their running game like they have been which will hopefully open up the door for Darnold a bit more. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time the Niners played a real defense was when they went to Cleveland, and that was also a weird game because was that coming out of the bye? No, that wasn't out of the bye. That was
before the bye.
It was the week before the bye. Sanders' second start, and I feel like I remember that game being like really weird, where Browns defense just kind of like was just meh the entire time, like looked really flat.
Yeah, it was a weird game in
So
general.
you're getting a spirited, good defense.
Spirited. It's fair.
Yeah, I mean, Seahawks are actually playing for something, is what I mean by that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one here. True.
So that
next one here.
Saints Falcons.
Sunday, 1:00, Saints Falcons in Atlanta. I am very curious where you're at on this one.
Man, so these are two very hot teams. They both won four games in a row. Falcons have won. I know the Saints have won 4 in a row. Falcons have won.
I'll double check that while you go.
Falcons have won 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Yeah. So Falcons have won 3 close games in a row as well. It's all 1-score games, which is interesting, especially because if they win, let's say the Jets game, they lose by 3. If that game goes differently, they have a chance still. Or if they would have beat the Panthers in Week 11, they'd be in the front runner for the division. Just some weird breaks that didn't go their way. However, I'm on the Saints. I'm heavily on the Saints in this game. They're a very, very hot team. They've played very well within the division this year. They're 2-0 against the Panthers. They are 1-1 against the Bucs, but they lost the Falcons earlier this year. But I don't know. I like the spot a lot for the Saints. They've gotten.
Go
ahead.
I was just gonna say I am 100% with you. I love this spot for the Saints.
Interesting.
I love it. I am betting it. No, I am so much in on the Saints team. Shuck can lock up the rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year this week. The Saints have been so good at being road dogs in the division. This goes back to 2020. They are extremely good at covering as road dogs in the division. I can tell you right now, I'm getting the 3.5, that half-point hook on that. That makes me love it even more. I am on the Saints. I think they're going to cover. I think they can win this game outright. And I think this is going to set up for Bucs winning the division kind of thing, obviously, because I already picked the Bucs. No, I love this spot for the Saints. Love it.
I very much agree. Interesting. I did not think that was going to be the case. So pleasantly surprised there. Yeah, I mean,
that's fair.
I kind of like what the Saints have done a lot. I thought I read something earlier though, however, about Chris Olave.
I don't think it matters, if I'm going to be honest with you. If Shuck is out there and he's got at least Juwan Johnson,
it's fair.
I'm in on it. I'm in on the trends on this Saints team. I mean, Kamara hasn't played in several weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all over it.
Thing.
I love it. This is my again, before we get to it, this is my favorite bet of the week.
Yeah, I really, really enjoy it. this spot for them.
Damn. Didn't think we would be. I wasn't sure. I thought you would potentially go
Okay.
full
Oh, wow.
commitment and hedge your Panthers pick a little bit there.
That didn't matter. I'm not picking picks. Doesn't matter.
That's fair.
But if I would have realized this sooner, I might have been on the Falcons because Chris Olave is out because of a blood clot in his lung.
Well, get better soon, Chris Olave, however, doesn't change anything for me.
Fair.
It really doesn't.
Fair enough, man. I mean, just because I was looking, just going back to last week, 8 for 119 and 1. Juwan Johnson did have 4 for 95, so we'll see what else they do.
I'm pretty sure Juwan Johnson was the one that caught the game winner against the Dolphins, too.
They lost to the Dolphins.
Or the one that put them ahead that fucked everything up. That's what it was, because Dolphins ended up kicking a field goal at the end of that one.
No, that was Valet. Devon Valet.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just assume big body. It's Juwan Johnson.
Fair enough.
But I don't know. Anyway, let's get into Hate Week again.
Sure. Yeah, again, another
And
time
it's
where it's
an
not
extra.
just Hate Week.
It's an extra special Hate Week because not only is it Hate Week between the two of us, it is Hate Week for us, between us and our teams. We hate every part of this game. And I will preface it by saying, neither one of us are happy about this game existing.
Yeah, because
not the outcome, just that this game matters. This game means anything. We hate it. We hate it. We hate every part of it. Both of us have accepted defeat and wanted to be done caring
a long time ago.
And now we have to care again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This game truly is a lose-lose. It is.
There's no good outcomes for anybody in this game.
I'm good. That's just what it is. I'm good. So
it's a game that we have to watch. And again, like I said yesterday, come 8:15 Sunday night, we will be talking shit.
Like always. I mean, it's gonna start now. Because we both
so
spoiler, we both picked our own teams.
Of course.
I didn't the last time we played because I was thinking logically, and they proved me wrong. So there's a lot of history on Pittsburgh's side in this game. Yeah, Lamar does not play well in Pittsburgh. I think he's 1-4 or something like that. He's only ever won once in Pittsburgh.
I think that's right. Yeah.
I think
and even
Aaron
going back
Rodgers.
further, the Steelers are like 5-1 in their last 6 Week 18 games against the Ravens.
Yeah, that's what I saw specifically. And then on top of that, Aaron Rodgers himself against Baltimore in general is 4-1. So there's a lot of history on Pittsburgh's side. And I hope to have that now that they have a full week to fully game plan, knowing that DK's not going to be there. And without Darnell, it's tough, man. It is tough for me to actually like them in this game. Yeah. Because they don't have DK. They're not going to have Darnell Washington.
Is TJ what's going on there? Because I saw Tomlin said he needed a full week of full participant to feel comfortable playing him.
I think he's
been out there, but I don't know if he's been full. He might be, but it was like one of those like Tomlin's words were like, no, I need him to be a full participant. So I don't know if he was a full participant again today or not.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything.
Also, isn't Calvin Austin dealing with something right now?
Sure.
I could be wrong on that. That was me actually kind of asking. I thought I saw something about that, but I was looking to you to confirm that.
I have no idea.
Okay.
That's something that I haven't seen.
Fair enough.
I can see.
I was going to say, because like if there's no Calvin Austin, then like it is, what are the Steelers looking to on offense? Makes it a lot easier for a bad Ravens team to sell out on certain things.
That's
all I'm saying there.
No, there's no injury report or any indication of that, so I guess we'll kind of see.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, again, we both hate this.
Yeah.
We're not having fun with this. We are picking our own teams out of respect for
ourselves,
the situation. And I guess I will be wearing my Ravens blanket with me. I will have my Ed Reed jersey on, watching this game. You know, I'm gonna be loaded out on this, but
as you should be.
I'm not gonna be happy.
No.
I will enjoy Carrie Underwood singing the Sunday Night Football theme, and then after that, I will be in 3 hours of hell, no matter what happens.
I hope that I don't need to endure the full 3 hours. And I just know one way or another that, this is over. I can rest easy.
Yeah, it's true. Again, I mean, it's I don't know. I feel like it's somewhere between a lose-lose and a win-win at the same time. Because if you lose, Tomlin and the Steelers are definitely parting ways. If you win, hey, you're in the playoffs, and you don't have to play the Bills.
Fair. It's very fair.
For us, it's lose. Harbaugh is definitely not returning. Win. We get the Texans, probably round 1.
I think get dog walk.
We have played very well against the Texans. I don't hate it. Again, I definitely did want Buffalo round 1. Which sounds completely idiotic, but that was the ultimate, okay, win, you get Buffalo round 1, everybody puts their differences aside and just goes out there and sells out for a week, and then I don't care what happens.
Fair enough. You just gotta hope you don't stumble.
It doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
Yeah. No. We shall see. We shall see what comes up. Anyways, moving on from this depressing episode. Who is your underdog?
Yeah, this just got really dark.
Yeah.
I am going with Lions +3 against the Bears.
Safe play. I considered it.
Safe play. I did really want to try to go big game hunting because of week 18, big spread, something weird could happen where last second people are pulled and everything like that. I just couldn't get there on any of those. However, Bears offense played very well last week. Lions have been doing me dirty the last couple times I bet them. But I don't think the Bears are going to be in a position to, one, care overly too much. And I don't think the Eagles really care that much about whether they're the 2 or the 3 seed. So this feels like a very real. Because, like, even the Eagles line has moved from, I think it was 7.5 down to 3.5. That might have been the one, actually, that I saw that dropped way down. Let me double check myself on this. It's down to 4.5. So that tells me Eagles might be resting some people and accepting the third seed in this, and they're not going to really fight too much to be the 2 seed. And the Lions, after the last 2 weeks, losing back-to-back games for the first time in 3 years, I think are going to have a little bit of anger behind them. Dan Campbell is going to have them ready. Bears aren't going to be able to get pressure up the middle on Goff, which is his kryptonite. I think the Lions could. I mean, they already beat them 55-10 this year. Do I think it's going to be that? No, but do I think they could win this game 24-14?
Yeah,
100%.
no, that's fair.
It's one of those.
So, unfortunately, I do have to go big game hunting. And unfortunately,
You do kind of.
I did buy into the narrative of the Chargers beating the Broncos. That is where I went. Yes. So
I'm
that,
here for it because I do kind of want the Jags to be the 1 seed, just
I
for my
think-
own personal gain.
I mean, one
My
it
personal
causes-
take gain.
Correct. Yeah. It causes a ton of chaos. So we love chaos.
Yes.
But I think we do live in a world where the Broncos, just one in general, don't match up the best with the Chargers. And I don't know what starters are being benched for the Chargers other than Herbert, because that's really the only one you care about at the end of the day. And there's still guys on that team that are playing for incentives, so they're gonna play hard. Like Keenan Allen, he's playing for like $1 million on Sunday. So
That's fair.
I don't love it, obviously, because if Herbert was playing,
That's fair.
I'd love
Which-
that game.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was
Side
just
note
gonna say,
in my
yeah,
brain.
Herbert.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Herbert was playing, love them even more, but obviously the spread wouldn't be 12.5; it would be 5. But I do think there is still a world in which the Chargers beat the Broncos on Sunday, just because weird things happen in the final week of the season.
That is entirely fair. I really don't hate that one.
There wasn't a whole lot that I did like, so
That's fair. That is entirely fair. Side note, because you brought up incentives, I think it is a Hollywood Brown needs 102 yards and a touchdown, which would combine him to $500,000. If he gets 2 touchdowns, it is an extra $750,000.
Interesting. I didn't see that one.
Just in case you wanna sprinkle a little bit on Hollywood Brown, 100+ yards and 2 touchdowns, which I'm sure, just for the sake of it, I will sprinkle a little bit just because I know that the line has to be insane on that. I'm going to do it real quick here.
Okay.
TD scores, 2+ TTs. Oh God. It's gonna be a wild one, actually. Oh, you're not gonna give me receiving? Oh, it's not giving me receiving right now.
Interesting. I mean,
You bitches. Well, he's plus 2,800 to score 2+.
Hmm.
DraftKings is not giving me receiving lines right now. But if he's already plus 2,800 to be
That, no, tack on 100 yards there.
To that,
That's
tacking
insane.
100 yards, that's going to take you up to a hefty payout.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. Might sprinkle a little bit on there just for fun because they're playing the Raiders. See what happens.
anything's possible.
You know, it is what it is. All right, moving on. Let's get into my picks here real quick. We've talked about a couple of these already here. Last week, little recap. Started off hot, went ice cold after that. Had Texans plus 2.5. They win outright. Seahawks -7 was close for a while. They pull away. That covers. And then it was Raiders -1.5 against the Giants. Horrible on my end. Bills -1.5 against the Eagles. I mean, I didn't really need any more reason to hate on Josh Allen, but
He gives it to
that definitely adds some fuel to the fire. And then the Bears +3 against the Niners. They lose by 4. I really don't feel bad about that one. If I'm going to lose a football game or lose a bet on a game, that's the one I want to lose it on because that was just fun regardless. So 2-3 last week. Don't love it. Gives us a little bit more pressure going into week 18 to be profitable.
Mm-hmm.
We are 40, 38, and 2 on the year. We need to go 2-3 to stay above 500, 4-1 to officially be profitable.
4-1 to be profitable.
So don't hate where we're at. 4-1 to be profitable, 2-3 to be above 500. Honestly, really don't hate where we're at. It's just profitable in the sense of like being true to betting lines. So, with that being said, a couple that we've already talked about here. My favorite bet of the week: Saints +3.5 against the Falcons. The Saints have been, I think it's, don't quote me on that, but it's close to that number since 2020 being a road dog in division. I think they are highly motivated to get Shuck the Rookie of the Year. Just because that it gives them something to play for. The Falcons really don't have that much to play for other than trying to save Raheem Morris's job and Kirk Cousins trying to get another short-term deal somewhere.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'll take my chances with the Saints in that setting, though. Another one that we already talked about: Lions +3 against the Bears. I think they can win this game outright. I think they could win this game outright, even if the Bears were trying. Let alone the fact that they could just roll over, rest guys, leave it be. Another game that we talked about, doing a little bit of hedging here on my end, because I wanted to play it last week. I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to sound like a hater and like I was trying to manifest things. I sound on it, but I loved it. But we're doing it again here, and it's going to hurt me. It's already hurt me once this year. Steelers +3.5.
Wow.
I can't. Whoever wins this game is winning by 3.
You just like playing with fire. That's all.
It's not even fire. It's just that Tomlin is so good at the divisional dog as a home dog. Like, it's all of the trends on Mike Tomlin. It is. Last week was the ultimate anti-rah-rah Mike Tomlin spot, and I didn't play it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was worried about the optics. This week I feel like I have to, and it'll make me feel better come 10:30 Sunday night is all I'm saying.
Whatever.
The worst case scenario. Right. Another one. I got the Rams minus 7.5 against the Cardinals. This is my big favorite of the week.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a square number because it is the 7.5. McVay said after the game against the Falcons, starters are playing. And while I think there is an element of him being emotional about that, and if the Niners do win, they don't have anything to play for. However, I don't think the Niners are winning.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll give them something to play for. And bottom line, I think he hates how they played last week.
Yeah.
And I think there was like an underlying, hey, take care of business here. Everybody's getting the week off next week going into the playoffs. And they came out incredibly flat in that first half, and he's pissed. And because it's Sean McVay, he can get away with that to an extent. So do I think starters are going to play the full game? No. Do I think he is going to have this team amped up, ready to go, playing hard for 3 quarters? Yes. And do I think that's enough to cover 7.5 points? Yes. Like, this game could be, at the end of the third quarter, 42-10. And I wouldn't bet.
Yeah, it's super fair. Super fair. I'm with you.
So that's the logic I'm playing there. And then the last one, another dog. This is my heavy favorite. You went the Chargers as your heavy favorite, or heavy underdog. That could be the surprise one in week 18. There's usually one. I chose a different one, and I'm going with the Dolphins plus 10
I thought about it.
in New England.
I think one of those
I think you took the better swing on. I'm less shocked if they win outright.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think the Dolphins are winning. Do I think they can cover 10.5? Yes. Because do I think the Dolphins, with Mike McDaniel, McDaniel's record in cold weather statistics, do I think that's a Dolphins and McDaniel stat, or do I think that's a Tua stat? I think that's more of a Tua stat.
It is more of a
I think with Quinn Ewers, it is much easier to go, Devin Achane, you're getting 27 plus touches in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very least, keeping the Patriots on their toes for a full quarter.
Yeah. I think there's potential there. Like I said, I backed the Dolphins yesterday in our I more so backed McDaniel, but I do just like the trajectory that the Dolphins are heading down, and I could see that culminating in a Week 18 win against the Pats. So we'll see.
Again, it wouldn't be the most shocking, but I do not expect them to win this game. I am going to be on them to lose by less than 2 scores.
That's fair.
That's it. That's all I got. Again, 2 and 3 is all we need to do this week. To be above 500. Be better than last year. A Seahawks win. A Bucks and Saints win. Helps the bank account. It's... We got a chance to make some money this week. Also, side note, big Giants fan this week. Do need the Cowboys to lose this week. Finish at 7. 7 wins. That will help the preseason
under 8
win total bets. Will get us to 3-1 actually on preseason win totals. After being, I want to say, like 4-1 last year. Might have to be the new thing is betting win totals.
Yeah. Stay on that.
What are you going to do?
Hey, man.
Yeah. And side note, didn't get it uploaded from yesterday. We started very poorly on college football.
Yeah.
Getting the first 2 games incredibly wrong.
Well,
As
mainly.
you're reconnecting. Mine's a little bit worse, but we did both have them in the final at least.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, how are you not gonna bet?
All right, well, I'll give you 10 more. Oh, he's gone. All right, well, it's been real. Happy week 18.